Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Darren. Live across Matchroom Boxing social channels, live with Sky Sports as well. Thank you, Adam Smith. Wow, just about catching our breath after an incredible night of boxing last Saturday here at Wembley, live on Sky Sports across the UK, the DAZN platforms all around the world. Last Saturday was special. Last Saturday reminded us why we love the sport of boxing. The pain of defeat, the harrowing silence of Josh Warrington's shock defeat at the hands of Mexico's Mauricio Lara, which has spurred on a nation of fighters, particularly Cesar Suarez and Gabriel Valenzuela as well. But what a thrilling night from top to bottom. And for me, this Saturday, I think we have one of the cards, and particularly one of the main events that I haven't looked forward to like this for a long, long time. This is a brilliant night of boxing, and we're so pleased to be keeping the sport going, keeping the momentum going. And we can't thank our partners enough, you know, across the ball. Betfred, JD, Wow Hydrate, and of course, Sky Sports in the UK, DAZN. This sport is getting bigger and bigger. This is just the start of a huge year for us, of course, this week. And next week, live from the home of Miami Dolphins. Who would have thought that? The Hard Rock Stadium will be promoting Canelo Alvarez' unified defense against Avni Yildirim and Julio Cesar Martinez and a whole host of fantastic fighters. We're living a dream. And we start off this card on Saturday with a very special fight, Jordan Gill against former world title challenger Cesar Suarez. Of course, the narrative this week of Mauricio Lara's victory, the Mexicans coming for victory, spurred on for that chance. Jordan, you're up against a very tough one, a fight you're really excited about because you know this fella is a world-class fighter.
Yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm just happy to be out of the house at the moment. So when the call come, I grabbed the opportunity with both hands to be in the ring with Cesar Suarez. He's an established world-level fighter. He's been in with some massive names, Nonito Donaire, Angel Leo in a world title eliminator, Castro, all these guys, they're top fighters, Isaac Dogbo as well. So I'm excited to be back, and I'm excited to put on a show.
I know Dave Coldwell was keen for you to, after that victory against Reece Bellotti, almost bypass that domestic level now, and you know we know there's some good fights there for you, but he wants to see you progress up the world rankings, and this is the kind of fight that's going to take you into that top 15. Yeah,
definitely. I feel like, especially in a pandemic, when you're not fighting as often as you like to, you need to take bigger steps, and this is a big step. I understand that there's a massive threat posed to me on Saturday night, and you know I expect to pass this test with flying colours, and I'm expecting a hard fight, but I think it's going to be an entertaining one, and one that I think I'll get a lot of credit for, and push on to big things.
Same weight class, of course, same country as Cesar Suarez. Everyone shocked by the performance of Mauricio Lara last week. You know, was it the preparation of Josh Warrington? Was it the inactivity? Was it the no crowds? But also it was a great performance from a Mexican underdog. And these guys are going to be really spurred on by that. Your thoughts on last week, and that, quite frankly, in this environment, anything can happen?
Yeah, 100%. I don't think anything was wrong with Josh Warrington's preparation. He looked in incredible shape, as he always does. He's very professional. I feel like maybe he went in with the wrong mentality. Maybe the crowd played a part. But, you know, at the end of the day, he stood and traded with a Mexican. And these guys are made of different stuff. And I've got the utmost respect for them as fighters. They fight with fire in their belly. And they're all tough guys. And they want to hurt you with every punch, and their shot delivery is different to UK and British and European fighters, and you know they look to knock you out, and that's what Lara did last week, and Josh Warrington played into his hands, and I'll not be doing the same thing on Saturday night.
Well, Cesar Suarez, bienvenida a Inglaterra, been practicing that one. Welcome.
So
Paco, welcome, didn't know you were here. Part of the team, of course, of Enrique Tinoco, who defeated Jordan Gill last year or a few years now ago, before the pandemic. Welcome, a big opportunity. Are you ready for this fight on Saturday night?
Sí, bienvenido. Obviamente es parte del equipo de Tinoco que ganó a Jordan hace un par de años. ¿Estás listo para esto el sábado por la noche?
Sí, estoy listo. I am ready. Me siento muy bien, me siento muy fuerte y no vine de tan lejos para perder.
Yes, I'm ready. I'm feeling really strong. I didn't come all this way to lose.
Obviously, the whole country of boxing fans talking about Mauricio Lara's victory last weekend. We know that, you know, you're not a young, naive fighter, but you're an experienced fighter. But we have a reputation from Mexican fighters coming here to war. You're ready for that game plan? Is that what we're going to see from you this weekend?
Obviamente sabemos lo que pasó la semana pasada con Mauricio Lara. Pero tú no eres joven, sin experiencia. Vienes aquí muchas veces cuando hablamos de los mexicanos, vienen aquí para la guerra. ¿Es lo que vienes también para que vienes el sábado?
Es lo que tenemos los mexicanos. Los mexicanos tenemos mucho valor, tenemos hambre de triunfo. Siempre que vamos a otros países nos morimos en la raya, lo damos todo. Todos los mexicanos tenemos mucho corazón. Mi apodo, mi sobrenombre lo dice, Corazón Juárez. Y aquí vengo a una guerra, México-Inglaterra, a warrior here. I am here for one warrior, Mexico-Inglaterra.
Yes, I think every time you have Mexican fighters that come here, they have great values, they come with lots of hunger, they come to win. If you look at my nickname's Heart, Corazon, and that says it all, really. I come for war, yes.
Well, thank you very much, Cesar Juarez, Jordan Gill. This is going to be a cracking fight to start off the broadcast on Saturday night. Once again, it's Britain versus Mexico for the WBA International Featherweight title. Gentlemen, if we could come here for a head-to-head, please. Thanks, guys. Yes, we go from Britain against Mexico to the heavyweights. And as always, can't wait to witness this one. The professional debut of the Romford Bull, Johnny Fisher against Matt Gordon, two British heavyweights. And of course, we see the start of the journey for the Sam Jones managed and of course, Matchroom promoted Johnny Fisher. Johnny, we'll start with you. Welcome. Your first time up here. You couldn't have been more highly talked about from your very shy manager, Sam Jones, but finally here, a lot of hard work's gone into this. You're ready for your professional debut on Saturday night.
Yeah, it's brilliant to be here. It's a great opportunity for me, and listen, I put a load of hard work in, and now I've got to put it all on the line on Saturday night.
We know that you are incredibly popular, not just through your roots at Exeter University, but Romford and Essex and everybody around. And if this was your pro debut at the O2 or the Copper Box, it would be absolutely rammed with Johnny Fisher fans. But going to be quite a different kind of environment on there on Saturday night. Do you think that'll help you stay calm? Because that is the name of the game, right, on Saturday, to stay calm in this pro debut.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, I bring a lot of supporters with me. I've got a great support network around me, which I'm really thankful for. But when it comes to Saturday night and whatever night it is, whoever I'm fighting in front of, it's just me and it's Matt Gordon in that ring. And I've got to show him what I'm about, and I'm going to do that on Saturday.
You are coming from a master's degree. It's quite unusual for many fighters to come through that route. You are a sensible guy. I've heard you talked in interviews about the need to take it steady. You don't have a massive depth of amateur pedigree, but what you've shown in the gym, sparring Joe Joyce and Dave Allen and all these top guys, Hughie Fury, is you have bundles and bundles of ability and potential. But it's a case of taking your time, each fight as it comes, and learning inside the ring on Saturday. And of course, a great trainer in Mark Tibbs, seeing you through.
Definitely, I've got some great experience under my belt in terms of sparring, and now I'm with Mark Tibbs and Stephen Andrews. I'm really, really in a good place. But I've never made any bones about the fact I've got to get my experience on the job, and I really mean it. So it all starts on Saturday, and with that, I'm going to have to show what I'm about. And I've shown that potential before, and I've got to show it when it matters now on my debut.
Matt, welcome. The heavyweights, we know anything can happen. This young man, highly regarded, not huge amounts of amateur experience, but again, in your position, only one punch away, one win away from landing a really big fight in the division.
That's it, yeah. I know he's come to do the business, and you know, I'm here to do the business as well. So, you know, may the best man win on the night.
You are in a position where, you know, you travel to take on all these good young heavyweights with loads of pedigree as well. This young man, you know, like I said, could show nerves. Chance to try and exploit that on Saturday night. Look for the opening and take your chances when they present themselves.
Yeah, man. Obviously, I'm going to try and take any chance what's there, but I've done a few of these lockdown shows, as you say. So I feel like, you know, I know what to expect with no crowds there and whatever else. But I haven't really heard much about Johnny Fisher, to be honest. I've heard he's quite like aggressive and game and that. I've seen on a video that he wants to come and he wants to box like as much as he can. And if he comes and boxes, that'll be lovely. And like, and if he comes in and he's a bit rough, then we're ready for both, to be honest. And you know, I've got a lot to prove as well myself. Like my record's not been the best in my last few fights against these prospects. So really, I need to try and have a little turnaround myself. Like, so, you know, obviously, I've not set out to be a journeyman, but my record's kind of suggesting otherwise at the minute. But it's not my intention.
It can all
at
change,
all.
right? With one win.
Hopefully. I mean, I don't come to lose, like. Yeah.
Johnny, sounds like the man is not coming to lose on Saturday. Of course, been thrown in against a number of top prospects. Excited, a little bit of nerves as well. Looking forward to getting Saturday out of the way.
Yeah, of course there's nerves, but that's where I thrive under that pressure. And I've watched Matt's fights. He gives people good fights, and I've seen him. I've got massive respect for him. But he's got to realise that when I come into that on Saturday night, I'm going to be on top of my game. I've trained like a dog since August, and I'm ready to go. I live this life, and I do it because I want to do it. I could just go to university, and I could have got a job up the city. I could have had an easy life, but I chose this because I want to be here. And I'm looking forward to showing it on Saturday against a game opponent who comes to win as well.
Well, we can't wait. We always love watching the heavyweights, and we're particularly excited about the professional journey of the Romford Bull. Johnny Fisher starts this Saturday against Matt Gordon. Gentlemen, if we could have a head-to-head up here, please. Thanks, guys. Fight 3 on the card this Saturday night, live on Sky Sports in the UK, DAZN around the world. This is a fantastic fight. 10 rounds for the IBF International Light Welterweight Championship. Robbie Davis Jr. against Gabriel Valenzuela. Of course, another British against Mexico matchup. Robbie, probably not the best time to fight a Mexican over here in the UK at the moment. One thing we know is they come to fight. One thing we know, you're in for a real challenge on Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to being back. But make no mistake, what happened last week is not going to be happening this week. I've been preparing for a long time, even with the pandemic. I've stayed in the gym, kept ticking over, but I haven't been training, just ticking over. I've been training like I had a fight. And it just came round at the right time, and come Saturday night, I'm going to do a job.
You have been incredibly disciplined, always stayed in shape, always stayed ready. You were one lucky enough to box in 2020, but it was at the start of the year. You'll be around a year out, time you get back in the ring. The right time, you feel still sharp, ready for this challenge? Obviously, you've had more time to work with Dominic Ingle in the gym preparing for this fight.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A lot of people would have thought, oh, pandemic, no one's boxing, go home and just stay at home till you have a fight. With me joining the new gym, I thought I'll use this time to learn more on my craft work and the Ingle way with Dom and the rest of the team. And I think being in the gym all this time is probably going to benefit me more than it would have done if I just jumped back in the gym 8 weeks before a fight. Like, it's definitely going to benefit me in the long run.
I know Dominic will be watching your opponent as well. Have you watched Valenzuela, well-schooled Mexican fighter, part of Eddie Reynoso's stable of fighters in Mexico as well? This is a real challenge for you, and that's what you want now as you try to climb up those world rankings.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen glimpses of him. Seems like a good fighter, very capable. Like I always say with all my opponents, I don't watch too much of them. I don't analyse too much. I leave that to my team. But even just the sparring what I have in my own gym, Kid Galahad, Liam Williams, all world level fighters, whatever he brings to the table, I'm going to be ready for it.
Gabriel, welcome. Welcome. Of course, we're going to talk about this a lot, but a massive win for Mexico last Saturday in Mauricio Lara. Yourself and Cesar Juarez come with a spring in your step, ready for the challenge on Saturday night.
Sí, obviamente se va a hablar mucho de esto, de lo que pasó la semana pasada con Mauricio Lara, pero César Juárez y tú vienes con mucha ilusión, ¿no?, después de haber enterado de lo que pasó.
No, claro que sí, es una motivación muy grande para nosotros que México esté dejando marca en otros países y venimos listos para repetir la misma historia esta semana.
Yes, obviously it's a huge motivating factor that Mexico have come over here and caused an upset in another country, and we're going to repeat that on Saturday.
You've talked a lot in your interviews. You believe you'll win this fight by knockout. Is that the aim for you on Saturday, to be aggressive and try and knock Robbie Davis out?
Has hablado mucho de que quieres noquear a Robbie Davis. Eso sería el plan de la pelea, que vienes con mucha agresión para la pelea.
Venimos más que nada queriendo terminar la pelea por knockout debido a que no queremos dejarle la decisión a los jueces por varias situaciones que han sucedido respecto a peleadores que han venido y se han llevado las peleas completamente bien y en las tarjetas salen perdiendo.
We want to make sure we finish this with a KO because we don't want to leave anything to the judges, because we know there have been some cards that have been, let's say, not favourable to the away fighters. So we don't want to leave it to the judges on this occasion. We want to go for the knockout.
This is a big moment for you, part of the Eddie Reynoso team. This win on Saturday night will put you in a great position in the world rankings of the 140-pound division. You're ready to take this opportunity on Saturday.
Si estás listo para esta oportunidad, porque ganando esto, siendo parte del equipo de Eddie Reynoso, te da un salto muy grande en el ranking de 140.
No, claro que sí, venimos muy motivados, estamos listos. Agradezco a mi promotor, el señor Eddie Reynoso, por esta gran oportunidad que nos está brindando al venir aquí a otro país a representar México y claro que sí, vamos por un lugar más en el ranking y a posicionarnos en el mapa.
Yeah, so we want to put ourselves on the map and climb up the rankings. So we're really motivated. Thanks to Eddie Reynoso for this opportunity to come and represent Mexico in this country.
Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you, Robbie. Cracking fight, this one. 10 rounds for the IBF International title. Fight 3 on a tremendous card this Saturday. Gentlemen, if we could have a face-to-face here, please. Thank you, guys. Well, as excited as I am for the main event, this one is one that everybody is talking about. What a fight between Florian Marku and Ryland Charlton this Saturday night. It's a complete pick-em fight. Probably Florian the favourite going into his previous performance, where I can't quite believe he still didn't get the decision in his last fight that resulted in a draw, but that's old news, that's history now. This fight is going to be an absolute barn burner. Firstly, Florian, you look in tremendous shape. This is the first real challenge of your career. People talking about 50-50 fights. I put a poll out on social media. A lot of people believe this man will win by knockout on Saturday night. Of course, your fans believe you will do the business. Are you ready? You ready for the challenge of Ryland Charlton?
I am more ready than ever before. I couldn't wait for this day. After my injustice that they did to me, to my last fight, I couldn't wait for, again, to step in the ring and to show what I'm about. You know, I'm really happy that Ryland he have his record and he's undefeated. The people think that he will cause me really problems because this is the fights that I want. You know, I don't want fights that people expect me to knock them out fast. I'm gonna do this, but the people expect me to not gonna do it, and this is, I feel very good. You know, the people can think what they want. Saturday, I'm in my best shape ever, and you will see what I'm gonna do.
We know Ryland Charlton will come and be very aggressive in this fight. I believe he will, and we've seen that in the past. Are you expecting to meet fire with fire? Are you ready to do that, or do you think you have to be sensible in there as well? I mean, do you feel that we're going to see a more disciplined performance from Florian Marku, or are you ready to go toe-to-toe and go to war with Charlton as well?
I have changed many things in my game plan, but for sure this is what makes me excited, that the crowd want to see the knockouts and the aggressiveness. I don't think Ryland will stay toe-to-toe with me to fight in there. Maybe he can say that now, but in there he will change his mind, you know, and we're going to see it Saturday.
Do you believe Florian Marku wins this fight inside the distance?
100%.
Ryland, I believe you are going to stand toe-to-toe with him on Saturday. I know that some trainers and other people might not always recommend that, but is that what we're going to see from you? You coming for an all-out war this Saturday night against Florian Marku?
I'm just going to get in there, do what I do best, and if Florian wants to come and meet me in the middle, he'll be thinking otherwise when I land a shot. he'll be on the back foot, 100%.
Obviously, it was a big win for you against Joseph Laws, your training team and management team. You weren't overly surprised by that victory. You didn't even really celebrate that much, but this is a bigger step up now. This is a bigger platform, massive opportunity to put your name in there with all the big domestic welterweights and beyond.
Yeah, it's a massive opportunity. And the Laws fight, people still don't know enough about me because I only got in there and done the 3 rounds. So yeah, this is going to really get my name out there once I beat Marku. And again, it's similar to the Laws fight. It's just another big. I've already done one big ticket seller. I'm going to do another big ticket seller, and then I will be the big ticket seller.
Yeah, can you not get rid of all the ticket sellers? That I'm not going to be too over the moon with that. But what do you expect from Florian Marku? We know that he's a proud man, he's a fighting man, he's very aggressive as well. He likes to punch as well. But do you expect him to be a little bit more cautious in this fight? Do you expect him to perhaps box off the back foot against you?
Yeah, I think he's going to be more cautious just because it's over 10 rounds, so he can't afford to come running at me. And I mean, if he does come running at me, then he's going to walk onto the pint-sized power. Simple as that.
Do you believe you win this fight by stoppage? I know that the old adage, by any means necessary, but in your heart of hearts, do you believe you knock Florian Marku out on Saturday night?
Yeah, I could knock him out, yeah, easily, but we'll wait and see. Could be points, could be knockout, I never know. Just the win is all I focus on.
Florian, finally from you as well, you ready? Ready for Albania? Massive support, everybody tuning in from around the world.
I am more ready than ever. I can't wait for Saturday. I love that the UK crowd are waiting the co-main event, us the main event. And I'm going to show to Rylan is too slow for me. I'm going to show that. He is strong, but he is too slow for me. And you will see it Saturday night.
Well, we will see. Both men predicting the knockout. This is a fantastic co-main event. Do not blink in this one. Florian Marku against Rylan Charlton. Gentlemen, head to head up here, please. Thanks, guys. I think before the big build-up to Kelly Avanesyan, we want to talk to the teams. Of course, 2 guys that we've seen on all the promos, Neil Marsh and Adam Booth. Not going to talk too much about the past. I want to talk about the fight on Saturday, because I don't think I've ever seen 2 teams quite as confident about their man's victory going into a fight. Neil, start with you. Welcome. It's here. I think you and Frank Smith and me, we've had, is this going to happen? We don't believe he's going to take the fight. Do you believe now that this fight is happening? I know we've still got a couple of days to go, but any doubts now? This Saturday, we're going to get a fantastic fight.
Yeah, I'm as confident as I've ever been that we get the fight on finally. There's no doubt that Adam and Josh have done an hell of a lot of work. You can see with the pictures what they're releasing. They come and they want business now, so we're ready. We're 100% confident. So, yeah, I'm confident that Saturday night's our night and it's going to happen.
I know you and Carl Greaves done a great job. David Avanesyan always in great shape. What's the keys to victory in this fight? We know you're not part of the training team from the corner, but you just believe so much in your man. You just believe he's too strong, too game, too tough, and he just wants this too much.
Yeah, I think fighters recover from losses in different ways. And I think David's improved as a fighter. He's got better and better as per his form. People talk about that there's a year of inactivity. The delays, normally, you don't prepare for moving fighters who's got speed. We've had 3 camps solely on Josh Kelly. A few years ago, we considered moving David down to 140. We believe with all the strength training and that over the last 2 years, he's a fully pledged welterweight. We think Josh struggled with the weight in 2018. We believe his bone density has gone a little bit thicker, his muscle mass. You can see with the pictures he's been doing a lot of muscular strength and conditioning. I think the weight's going to be a little bit harder. And I think boxing's about levels. And I just think David Avanesyan's just a little bit too soon for him.
Adam, I know that this fight's been bubbling for a long time. I know you've been excited with what you've seen. You've always been excited with the ability of Josh Kelly from the moment he turned professional. But this is it. This is the moment we get to find out. Incredibly exciting for us, for the broadcasters, for the fans. You get to see how good Josh Kelly is, and you think this is the perfect timing.
Well, I thought it was the perfect timing 2 years ago as well. I think, for me, the difference is the way that Josh will go about the fight this time, because he is 2 years older and much closer now to his physical and mental prime than he was 2 years ago. The fight is a better fight than it was 2 years ago, because I believe that David has also improved. You know, since we missed the first fight, he's gone on and won the European title and defended it again in Spain, and then had a first-round knockout win. So when you look at his momentum of his career and how his confidence and his standing has evolved, it's that much of a bigger fight. And what you and the fans have on Saturday night are two genuine top 10 guys who are both in fantastic condition. You can see it, it's oozing off them. As coaches, we always use our perceptions and we look at how they're walking. I played some table tennis with David last night. Got a really good energy from him, and I can just see.
Did you win?
2-0. Okay. But he's got a fantastic energy about him. And as a coach, and I've long said this, that I love this sport because I love the fights where people think you can't win. And you know that they're 50-50 fights. I've been involved in title fights where you know your man's going to win, and the celebration feels hollow. It always makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. But this is the type of fight where you know that it's real, and you know that the rewards will be real. And I've said for a while that I believe that this is the fight that everybody gets to see what we already know about Josh, but nobody's seen yet.
We've seen the shape, and I get the feeling in this fight that Josh Kelly is prepared to stand and fight and fight fire with fire in this fight. A lot of people who are breaking the fight down talk about, you know, Kelly needs to move and box off the back foot, and Avanesyan is going to walk him down. I know you're not going to give too much away, but you believe in the power of Josh Kelly and the strength of Josh Kelly to stand there with David Avanesyan.
Yeah, but when I visualise David, when we're doing drills or we're doing pads or technique or talking about anything, I visualise David bigger than he is, faster than he is, stronger than he is. I visualise him as good as he can be. I think that both of them are going to go forward. I think both of them are going to go back. I think both of them are going to have questions asked of them. And I truly believe that Josh is ready to answer those questions, not just in a physical sense, because they're both going to have to do that, but I think in the sense that he's just a little bit special.
And finally, a lot's being made about boxing behind closed doors. Do you think this fight just has too much bite and spite to it for that to be effective? We know Josh is a showman. Everybody gets up for it when the crowd's there. You were a part of the broadcasting team last week, and it was just a harrowing night, wasn't it? A shocking night that we saw around, particularly with Josh Warrington. You don't believe that will play a factor in this fight? There's just too much at stake, too much on the line.
No, I don't. Like sometimes when Josh is electric in the gym, it's when there's no music and he creates his own conversation. It's almost like he's almost impossible to coach in those moments in time, because he goes so deep into his subconscious that he just flows and he sees things that as a coach sometimes you just can't see because of his perceptions. So we've had him sparring with no music, where you can hear the breathing, the impact and stuff like that, and he's prepared for it. And at the end of the day, you know, it's going to be so intense that whether there was 20,000 people there or none, they're not going to hear it anyway.
Finally, I guess you won't make a prediction, but in your heart of hearts, do you believe Josh Kelly wins this inside the distance?
I wouldn't be sitting here feeling like this with all my years as a coach and my experience, with the belief and confidence I have, if that wasn't the case. What I'm excited about is for people to realise what has been flirted with Josh in some of his fights, but without any real questions being asked of him. And I think, like all true champions, when they get tested and their backs against the wall, they show themselves. Now, when Josh fights fellas that don't go at him, sometimes he doesn't look so good. He is made for pressure fighters, and that's what I'm excited about.
And Neil, as well, finally, I know you've got a few bets out on this one with Mick Conlon as well. if you have to choose a method of victory, you believe it's inside the distance as well?
Absolutely, no doubt. You know, we respect Josh. He could make the fight very difficult for 6-7 rounds. But David will get to him. You know, we've got plan A, B and C. If he wants to fight, we're ready. All our sparring's been different variations. We concentrate on what we truly believe, but we've not neglected the other parts. And whatever Josh Kelly does, we're ready for. And, you know, if he wants to trade at the beginning, it'll end early. If he wants to run and try and control the pace and break us up and try to take it on late, we'll take him out late. I've got absolutely no doubt. And for the public and the people watching, and I know many people say this, but this has been the best camp in the 5-6 years I've been with Avanesyan. He's got better. The sparring, you know, you may have heard reports of how it's been going. Some of the kids just haven't been able to keep up with him. And, you know, all respect to all of the partners, I just don't think Josh is ready for that 12-round war. And, you know, if I had to put a prediction, we'll take him out late. But we are prepared for all other events.
Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Adam. Genuinely not seen two teams who believe more that victory is upon them on Saturday night. We won't have a head-to-head, gentlemen, but we look forward to an incredible fight on Saturday. Thank you very much. Over to you guys. So, finally, almost the wait is over, just a couple of days away. Both men here, fit, COVID-free, ready to fight in an absolute fight of the year contender for me on Saturday night. This one for the European Welterweight Championship, but quite frankly, all due respect to our friends in the EBU, much, much, much bigger than that. The rivalry, the history, the narrative, and also the position in the world rankings of the welterweight division for the winner of Avanesyan against Kelly. Firstly, David, the champion, welcome. You look in great shape. A little bit of fun and games last night between the teams, but you're ready. You're ready for this moment. It's been a long time coming. You look in tremendous shape.
Yeah, hello everybody. Thank you. Yeah, too long time is this fight. Change time, and I have many camps, many trainings, and my range 100%. And I hope everything good. Tomorrow wait, everything good, and after tomorrow go fight.
Both teams predict a knockout victory. I saw one of your interviews where you said, well, any means necessary, but you believe this is going to be a great fight. This fight is one that everybody is looking forward to.
Yeah, I never think, many people say you need big KO, maybe, I don't know, it's Georgia, no. I never think for need KO, understand? I need win fight. This is my work. I give everything, I win fight. It's 100% need you, give you 100% for fight, understand? And check your fight, check your win, and after go home for see my children, family. Good time.
Josh, interestingly, I expected you to sit on that side. I forgot you are the challenger going into this fight. I don't think I've ever seen you so focused. Is that because you know the importance of this fight, or because you know how tough Saturday night will be? This is a massive moment for your career.
Yeah, I've got great respect for David, and I just echo what he said. Family, health, it's the most important. Get back home to them, but we've got to get a job done on Saturday, and it's my main aim in 2021 to start off with this European title. I truly believe it.
You look in tremendous shape. Again, you know, I know little bits and pieces posted from Adam Booth. He sent me a couple of pictures, and I've asked if I could post them, and he said no, because, you know, he loves to keep things under wraps. But it's no secret, this is the absolute shape of your career so far, the best you've ever done the weight, the best preparation you've ever had.
100%. I believe that I've stepped up levels what I couldn't even imagine I could do in the gym. I thought last time I was ready before COVID and it got cancelled, but I was nowhere near ready compared to what I am now. All I need to do is go and put a show on Saturday. I've did a lot of talking this week, and I feel like I've expressed myself fully in what I want to do and what I believe will happen. So we've just got to do the dance on Saturday.
As always in big fights, people analyse the fight, which way it's going to go, and a lot of people talking about David will apply the pressure and you'll be moving a lot in this fight, but something tells me from your quotes and also from what I've seen in the gym, you're ready to fight fire with fire on Saturday night. You believe you have the strength, the size and the power to stand with Avanesyan if need be.
Listen, I think David is a strong, capable fighter, and but I believe I'm a big welterweight and I'm strong. I'm a very strong welterweight. So Saturday night's it's gonna be a night to enjoy for everybody, I think. So I think get in there, perform, do what I do. Like I said, I've did a lot of talking this week and I've expressed myself massively. So now it's time to quiet down, focus in, get the job done.
David, we know how passionate you are about your family and your career. This is must win on Saturday night for the career of David Avanesyan. You must win this fight.
Yeah, it's must win. It's big fight, good fight. I'm happy. It's training many England's fan, understand the Spanish fan. Is Russian message me. I think the English fan #1 is boxing and good understand. Is work everything's good. Good. It's Saturday night. Show people this fight is everything good is good. Good fight. Have good fight. Give everything for win this fight.
Thank you, David. And finally, Josh, so exciting. Young fighters come out of the Olympics. You know, you get that benefit of learning your trade, fighting all over the world, but on Saturday night, the crunch time comes. You're ready to step up and put yourself on the map as one of the best welterweights in the world.
I'm ready to enjoy this. I'm ready to enjoy it. When I'm in the ring, I'm at home, so just get me in that ring. That's all I want to say, just get me in that ring. I can't wait.
Well, both of you, stay calm, stay locked up in your room. 2 days to go before it's finally here. For me, not look forward to a fight as much as this for a long, long time. Do not miss this Saturday. Tremendous card live on Sky Sports in the UK, DAZN all over the world, headed by this tremendous fight for the European Welterweight Championship. David Avanesyan against Josh Kelly. Gentlemen, if we could have a head-to-head here, please.